Hey guys, this is Grant Evans, your favorite Utah realtor. Today we're going to be talking about Utah facts that you probably didn't know. If this is your first time to the channel, remember to hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date on all things Utah real estate. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Homes with Grant Evans. You can also email me. I've left my email in the description below. Utah has some pretty funny facts. Like, did you know that it's actually prohibited to go whale hunting in the Salt Lake? Just kidding. Actually, that's the rumor. It was rumorized that in the 1800s, state law pronounced that whale hunting on the Great Salt Lake was prohibited, but it's actually not in the state code. Some facts that you probably didn't need to know, but are still weird to know, are that Utah's state bird is the California seagull. In the summer of 1848, flocks of seagulls came to Mormon pioneers' rescue by gorging themselves on the crickets that were destroying their newly planted crops. To honor the miracle, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints dedicated the Seagull Monument located on Temple Square in 1913. In 1955, the California seagull was designated the state bird. Fact number 2, Utah is also home to many dinosaurs. In fact, there is a dinosaur national monument in Vernal where a majority of dinosaurs are discovered. The dinosaurs that have been found in Utah include the Tyrannosaurus rex, the Iguanodon, the Parasaurolophus, and the Troodon. I'm so sorry if I pronounce those wrong. My 3-year-old loves dinosaurs and would probably be upset with me for pronouncing those wrong. But it's so great to live in a state where there are so many dinosaur museums and places to visit. Our next fact, some people may not know this fact, but the Mormon pioneers arrived in Utah in 1847, but it was still owned by Mexico. Since the Mormon pioneers got kicked out of Missouri and Illinois from angry mobs, they tried to go to a place where no one would bother them. And so Brigham Young and the pioneers came into the Great Salt Lake Valley, put his cane in the ground and said, "This is the place." And even after all that time, Utah didn't become an official state until 1896. Our next fact, Utah was originally supposed to be called Deseret, but the federal government decided to call the state Utah after the Ute Native American tribe, meaning people of the mountains. Up next, and because of its beauty and healthy economy, Utah has housed a good amount of celebrities. The most popular one being Post Malone, who even featured Big Cottonwood Canyon in one of his music videos. Another one is Robert Redford, who started the Sundance Film Festival and created the Sundance Ski Resort. Katherine Heigl from Grey's Anatomy has even settled on a ranch close to Park City. And Ty Burrell from Modern Family owns a home in Salt Lake City. And our next fact, out of all 50 states, people from Utah give the most of their time and money. According to a 2013 article from the Gallup poll, of those asked during the second half of 2013, 71% had donated money and 56% had volunteered their time and 48% did both. And this is in the US, the most civically engaged country in the world, with 65% of those having donated money and 43% having volunteered and 73% having helped a stranger. Our next fact is that near the state's southern border is a little town of around 3,500 people called Kanab. It's sometimes referred to as Little Hollywood because it has been the setting for many TV series and movies. A lot of Western classics like The Lone Ranger, Stagecoach, Pony Express, and The Outlaw Josie, and some older TV shows, including Gunsmoke, Have Gun Will Travel, and How the West Was Won. It's also the filming location of some non-Western movies like Planet of the Apes, the original, and Arabian Nights. You've also got the Bonneville Salt Flats on the western side, that even Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End was filmed there, and National Treasure and The Sandlot, just to name a couple other ones. It took over 70 years from the birth of the national movement for women's suffrage in 1848 to the signing of the 19th Amendment for American women to get the universal right to vote. But in 1870, 50 years before the US Constitution was amended, Utah granted its female citizens this right. Sarah Young, grandniece of Brigham Young, was the first woman in the Utah Territory to vote. And our next fact might be a little surprising. Utah has the most boatable water than most other states. Yes, we're talking about the second driest state in the US in that it's desert mystique that defines Utah's most iconic landscapes and draws us to them. At the same time, there's dozens of lakes, reservoirs, rivers, and streams from the mind-boggling vast to the rough and narrow, just waiting to be explored by boat. You can even rent a boat and strap on some water skis to enjoy Lake Powell, Bear Lake, or the Flaming Gorge Reservoir. You can even grab a fishing rod and go into ponds or streams or rivers of the high Uintas. You can also fish on the Flaming Gorge Reservoir and Green River, where there is so many fish there. You can also set up a kayak and go whitewater rafting down the Colorado, Green, or San Juan River. There is a lot more water in Utah than just what's sitting at the Great Salt Lake, even though that's pretty fun too. Our next fact is that Salt Lake City has more plastic surgeons per capita than any other city in the United States. When you drive down the freeway, you'll see a lot of billboard ads that promote plastic surgery or some type of med spa and Botox. Utah couples marry at a younger age than any other state in the country. The median age for a first marriage in Utah is 26 for the groom and 24 for the bride. The average for the rest of the United States is 29 for the groom and 27 for the bride. Funny enough, Utah's divorce rate is slightly higher than the US average and has been that way for many decades. However, while Utahns are more likely than their national counterparts to divorce, they are also more likely to marry or remarry. What are some Utah facts that you think most people don't know and that I missed in this video? Let me know in the comments below. If you are looking to buy a home in Utah, feel free to send me an email that I've provided in the description below. And remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.